on some ideas and some design.
Shit.
Just even giving all your mind that right now that I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? It's our first time really building in the physical. So I'm trying to see where we can build on some dope ass shit.
I'm on some shit ways though. For one, whatever we doing, it got to deal with specifically what I'm doing right now, which is healing, which is the same shit you doing for real.
Yes.
Which is what everybody should be doing, but you got to understand that if I gotta see, you got to understand that it's different ways of learning. Most people learn from listening. Some people learn from visuals. You feel me? But at the end of the day, our people, which is the melanated race, we're not learning at all. We're being overwhelmed with information, and we're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not learning.
That's why you're stagnant. That's right.
You feel me? We going left and right. We dancing. And you know who we dancing with.
That's with the devil, huh? That's him with the devil.
I don't even fuck with politics, bro. I don't even allow that shit space in my mental capacity. You feel me? Because there's so much other shit I'm focused on as far as these universal laws and the principles and the virtues that are making me ascend mentally to a higher plane.
Right.
Where I'm going after I die, they don't give a fuck who the president here. You feel me? I'm focused on being the president of my own universe. You feel me? The Lord of my own universe, the master of my own soul. So this healing shit, this is the reason why I'm where I'm at mentally. So mentally, if I reach a certain realm, then the physical realm has no choice but to follow. That's what I mean as far as aligning ourselves with these vibrations.
Are they? Do you see the physical realm and the spiritual realm as interconnected?
The physical realm and the spiritual realm is separate.
So they're not interdependent or interconnected of one another?
They're separate. As above, so below. But you need above and below.
Right. So what I do physically, will that impact me spiritually?
So what I do physically impacts me spiritually only if I let it get to my mind.
Okay.
Because the mind is the mind is the line in between the yin and the yang.
Okay.
The mind is the line between being here and not being here.
Right.
Because the mind is broken down into what? 3 different places: subconscious, conscious, and superconscious.
So let me ask you. That's okay. So let me ask it in the reverse then. What I do mentally, does it impact me physically?
So everything I do mentally, and so I'm gonna introduce my book because I'm gonna read the first page because that'll answer that first question. So the name of my book, I'm gonna keep that off air. But the first chapter is entitled "Living in the Program." So a habit is a redundant set of automatic unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that develop through repetition, which is rhythm and vibration. It is when you've done something so many times that your body is programming to become the mind. The body and the mind is separate. But when the mind becomes the body, over time, your body is dragging you to a predictable future based on what you've been doing in the past. Therefore, if you are not in the present moment, you're probably in a program. So I'm going to give y'all this picture.
Hey, yo.
So this is a brief description of what I'm saying. This is the present moment.
That shit just...
This is the past moment. This is the future. And this is my manifested event.
Hey, yo.
I can only get to my manifested event if I know my known reality, where I am right now. I'm not in the basement of Mike's office. You feel me? I'm in the back of a Bentley. I'm in a 7-story, 5-bedroom mansion. I'm in Dubai right now having a meeting with Jay-Z and Puff Daddy about how much I don't like Diddy. Jay-Z wondering why I don't go to the meetings and shit. Like, I don't like Diddy. I just want to say it to you in his face.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
That's where I'm at mentally, though. You feel me?
Okay.
And if mentally I can imagine that shit, I give it power. I give it potential.
Agreed.
So I'm going to read something else. I'm about to get on Facebook on this shit so I can read this so I can read this post. It's the first chapter to the book, the 7 spiritual laws. And it talks about the law of potentiality.
The 7 spiritual laws.
It's a short book too, bro. My book, this book gonna be
But
93 pages.
both of them books are yours?
Nah, this is...
no, I'm saying the one you ready to read.
Yeah, the one I'm ready to read, it's not my shit.
Oh, wow.
But it was a post that I had made. And I had put basically the first chapter. And the shit, bro, the shit is so powerful because I was already doing it, but it just put it in words for me,
Right.
I was already doing it for real, you feel me? Wow, I could tune in on live while I'm on live. That's funny.
Just be prepared for the delay. You know what I'm saying? Because people get thrown off.
But they fuck the voice up.
Yeah. Just
Damn,
like
yo, I'm wondering how I can...
You want to search it? Go on your
Shit,
search.
look me up on YouTube. Look me up on Instagram real quick, Mike, on your phone. Look me up on Instagram, and it's the post where I got on my Black Love Matters shirt. Speaking of Black Love Matters, this is something I painted.
What's your IG?
Noble King Bay. So this says Kobe Willow King, Leon Lewis King, and Lord Zion King. So Kobe is my daughter. Lord is my son.
The law of pure potential.
Yep. Read that for me, Mike. Read it nice and big for me. You know I'm a school teacher. So.
The law. Oh, you teach?
Hell yeah, nigga.
The law of pure potential. The source of all creation is pure consciousness. Pure potential seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potential, we can align with the power that manifests everything in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, there was neither existence nor non-existence.
Mm-hmm.
All this world was manifest energy.
Mm-hmm.
The one breath without breath by its own power, nothing else was there.
Let me get it, Mike. 'Cause you gotta speak big on this shit, bro.
Because I'm familiar. When you read the story of
Matter of fact,
when you read the
Dang,
thematic story of origin, it says.
so let me start from the top. Let me start.
Right.
Yeah, the comedic story of origin. Now you on your Metu Neter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you on your shit. So I got that in my book. I mean in my phone, but it's a PDF and I can't highlight. I gotta go back to it to see if I can highlight the words. But cause I can. You got an iPhone, bro? Y'all both Androids?
I got iPad.
Don't do that iPhone shit.
Nah, you have to.
So the law of pure, the law of,
I don't know.
all right, let me go. So the law of pure potentiality, the source of all creation. Hold on, let me play this shit.
You got the whole ambiance.
You got to, bro. Because I got a YouTube channel, you feel me? Like, I know what they want. I know what they want for real. Like, and it gotta be my shit because I don't want to play nobody else's music. You feel me? Because the monetary funds get devalued and shit. And you trying to bump this shit down. So the law of pure potentiality, the source of all creation is the pure consciousness. Pure potentiality seek an expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. In the beginning, there was neither existence nor non-existence. All this world was unmanifested energy, the one breath. Without breath, by its own power, nothing else was there. The first spiritual law of success is the law of pure potentiality. This law is based on the fact that we are in our essential state, pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is pure potentiality. It is the field of all possibilities and infinite creativity. Pure consciousness is our spiritual essence, being infinite and unbounded. It is also pure joy. Our other attributes of consciousness, listen to this shit, because I've been experiencing this shit. Other attributes of consciousness are pure knowledge, infinite silence. Mind you, I was doing that shit the day before I fucking read this shit. Infinite silence, perfect balance, invincibility. That happened the other day, bro. I'm on a light rail. The lady ain't even asked me for my pass, the officer. She literally walked right by me. Like, literally. Perfect balance, invincibility, simplicity and bliss.
Invincibility or
Invincibility, bro.
Oh, I thought you said
Where's
invincibility. I was making sure I understood which one.
You got on your mind, oh shit, this person approaching me. The whole time they walk right by you. Because you so manifested in the law of pure potentiality that you don't even exist to somebody that's in the matrix. You feel me? The law of pure potentiality could also be called the law of unity, because underlying the infinite diversity of life is the unity of one all-pervasive spirit. There's no separation between you and this field of energy, which is God, bro. You're not separate from God. You feel me? You are God. The field of pure potentiality is your own self. The field of pure potentiality is your own self. Love thy neighbor. They say that in church, right? But who is thy and who is self? Thy is the law. Self is you. You know who self is? How many types of people are there in the world? Right.
What do you mean?
How many types of people, personalities?
This is a lot. You can go
Give me a number. 16.
16.
All right, you done, Mike. Give me a number.
I would say, I don't know. It could be. You said personality.
Give me a number.
Hold on. I want to make sure I understand.
Personalities, yes.
All right,
Types of personalities. How many types of personalities are
16
there?
and 18.
16. Your number 16. Stay there.
Between 16 and 18.
16 is your number.
I'm going to take 18 then since he said 16.
All right, 18. So there are 12 personalities.
Whoa. Based on what?
I learned differently.
There are 12 personalities based on the mother, Zudakai's.
Oh, no. I disagree. You got to teach me. You got to teach
Let me finish. Because I'm trying to give you the definition of self.
Based
Who is
on,
self?
From where?
From his perspective.
Listen.
That's
This is from divine universal perspective, bro. Listen, I'm moving out of the law of pure potentiality.
So on the walls of Kimmy, when they say know thyself, you can already tell me what thyself is.
Exactly.
I'm listening.
So there are 12 types of people, right? So how many days are there in most months?
30 to 31.
So pick a number, 30 or 31. Which one you think most months have 30 or 31?
30. Most months.
30.
Yeah.
So what's 12 times 30? Use your phone if you need to.
Off the top of my head, I can't go.
Use your phone if you need to.
No, I'm gonna use my brain now.
360. This nigga head.
Yeah.
That's them 3.5 grams he be saying.
I
You know that.
was gonna work the mathematics out of my head.
You know that math. Yeah.
But go ahead.
360. So 360 is a what?
It's a full circle.
Exactly.
Right.
That's self. So 12 is the zodiacs, which move in 30 degrees.
This is why 12 represents.
So a whole year represents 365, but it's really just representation of a circle.
No, it's 360 with the days are added. They added the 5 days.
Exactly.
Yeah. Later on.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, it was 5 days.
Just like it's only 12 hours.
representation.
It's only 12 hours in a day. A day splits up into 4s.
It's how many? Oh,
It's only 12 hours in a day.
So
It's
it's
not 24.
hours.
No, it's 12. This is the Kemetic teaching. The original clock had 12 hours because it represents the 12 clocks of destiny, which is the 12 zodiac signs, which is the 12 sons of Zodiac, which is the 12 sons of Jacob, which is the 12 sons of Israel, which is the 12 steps of the ladder, which is you feel me? The 12 cranial nerves in the back of your brain, which is the 12 disciples. You are the 13th one.
13 represents transcendence.
The 13 represents you. When you bring those 12 together as one and transcend, exactly.
Oh, I'm with all the numbers. I'm trying to get this universal, this self. I want to make sure I understand the
Bro,
self.
self is 360 degrees. When we talk about universal knowledge, we talk about 360 degrees
so
of self.
I'm confused because most people say
No.
360 means to return. Just to start here and come around. 180.
720 means the return because you got to be full self before you can return. You feel me? 180 is just
360
half.
twice.
180 is when you know God. 360 is when you are God.
I'm leaving it in space because I don't disagree, but I just need more.
I don't think it's about agree or disagree. It's just hearing.
Bro, it's a
because I have my own.
Yeah.
So you got to understand it like this. All right, so if you look at the 12 zodiacs, they all go in order from beginning to end. The last zodiac sign is Capricorn. That's at the 12 mark. The first zodiac is Aries. The second
shit to sender.
the second zodiac is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Those 4 represent the cycle of manifestation. Damn, it's in my notes. My notes is here on my phone. So basically, Aries represents the mind or the head.
Can I take a pause for a second? Where did you getting this? Because I need to be clear.
Bro, this is from C. Freeman L. Universal Divine Prophet, bro. You can go on my YouTube page. Look on my YouTube page right now.
Man, stop promoting, man.
I'm just letting you know. Cause look. You look.
Yo, I said, where you go? Go to my Instagram. Go to my Facebook. Go to my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go to my Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know where this shit is at.
Catching. You feel me? I know when YouTube first started. Now a nigga got a page. I'm on Twitter. I seen a nigga had. Listen, I'm on Twitter. Look, I'm on Twitter. I seen a nigga had 100,000 subscribers. YouTube gave him a plaque for it. Mm-hmm. I said I'm manifesting that shit around this time next year. 100,000 for real. Because I don't even promote my shit. I just put the videos on there. Whoever like them, like
them.
But
I just my thing is what happens is we run into, because I respect your thinking. I respect it 100%. My thing is sometimes when people begin to present information to us, there's no place where we can cross-reference and say, damn, how did he get there? How did he obtain this understanding? You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times we just, there's a lack of presenting the information, allowing a person to say, okay, that's how he got that.
See, the thing about it is, C. Freeman L. taught Bobby Hemmett. Now, I'm not sure if you know who Bobby Hemmett is. I got a video called Look at this. All right, can you please just look this video up on YouTube, please? It's called The God Is You by Bobby Hemmett. It's a 59-minute video. I made it myself.
Bobby Hemmett be going off.
Bro, this video, I only put this video on YouTube for 3 months. It already got 30,000 views for real. And this is from the conscious community, which is not even that many people for real. You feel me? So however this video is floating around,
what's it called?
It's called The God Is You by Bobby Hemmett. The video is powerful, bro. I watched that shit myself. Everything I put on YouTube, I watch myself. Yes. Click on that shit and let it play.
Bobby Hemmett be going off, man.
Click on that shit and let it play. Turn it up, though.
Don't fight them. With their things, you gotta turn to magic. I ain't talking about
Magic is mental. Minty. Man, everything is in the mind, bro. All this physical shit, nothing matters. I can manifest all this physical shit mentally. This is what it looks like when you awaken in consciousness.
Y'all fuckers do not fuck with me. Niggas who fuck with me come up fucked up. And it's weird. I don't even know nothing about it.
I love him. But he learned from C. Freeman now. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it be them spirits. Looking out. You gotta get them spirits around you. That's what time this thing is and stuff. But I ain't talking about no. So now we gotta put a damn disclaimer on. Human disclaimers before we even say shit now.
See, the thing about it is the white man know his time, you feel me? This corona shit, this shit is what you call a rite of passage. You feel me? I'm not sure what the exact definition of rite of passage is, but
yeah, I'm gonna say, give it to me, man. You going in, man. You going in.
So this shit is supposed to be ending in March. It started in March. You feel me?
So you saying the corona is
it's about to start December, January, and February about to be the next spike months. They about to hold us. They about to hold us for December and January. Christmas about to be in your house, literally. They about to make it seem like it's so deadly outside.
Oh yeah.
So a rite of passage is a ceremony or event making an important stage in someone's life, especially birth, puberty, marriage, and death. So there's a lot of people dying right now. There's a lot of people being birthed. We're going through a puberty phase of the universe because we're going from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension. We're going from elementary school to grad school in 1 year. This shit about to go crazy. You feel me? The energy is about to be like this. So if you're not moving in love, you're going to get evaporated. You feel me?
What do you mean by moving in love?
What he just said.
So if you're not
the key of that last part, everything he said was dope. But that last part.
So we talking about the apocalypse of the heart chakra. So when we talk about revelations, we talk about the apocalypse. Apocalypse doesn't mean big bang or chaos and all that. Apocalypse means new beginning. You feel me? We got to look at the etymology of different terms.
And that starts in the mind. Like when people say New World Order, people, or like the world is going to end as you know it. People actually thought everybody's going to die, and it's like, no, your world. Like I tell people, it's a difference between a world and a planet. Like we share the same planet, but we don't share the same world.
Agreed.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this planet is ours, but this world is mine.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's why you the Lord of your own earth.
I own my world.
You
feel what I'm
means
saying?
your own universe. The mind is mental.
Wait. I never heard say that one more time.
You means your own universe.
Wow, I've never heard that
killed
before. I've never heard that
Sin
before.
is self-inflicted nonsense.
Boom say that every day. He says sin means self-inflicted nonsense. Because booms are more. Booms are more. Boom, pill, boom.
Yeah, boy, I don't want no smoke with none of y'all. I don't even want to use no words no more. Y'all might break the whole word down on me.
I self-law and master. I self-law and
It's a
master.
ruin of...
I'm a man. What is a man? Master, able, and noble. That means I'm master of all things. I'm able to do all things. And I'm noble in all things.
Right.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
You feel me?
That I've never heard none of this, so I can't
Master,
say.
able, and noble, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm more of a different thought, but I can respect it.
So you gotta understand with the Moors, we break shit down from
You ain't gotta tell me, man. You just
Yeah.
broke down you and motherfucking.
Yeah.
I never could look at you and ever get the same. You know what I'm saying? You know. It was when I first started studying. It was a dude
Get
by
it.
the
Do you
name
know
of,
who you are? Get it. Think how that sound. Who are you?
Malachi York is the person I first came into when I came into study, and he was telling me like to believe, and I was like, believe. He was like, to believe is to be live. I said,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And it was I had me so believe
Lies
is
of
to
Eve.
be live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why
Like,
you supposed
he
to
took believe
know.
apart.
Like what we dealing with?
Like Eve. He talking about Eve in the Bible.
Yeah.
And then like to be and then lie Eve. Like believe is to be lie Eve. I don't know. I can't. He just broke the shit apart. And I was just like, huh? Because I don't, because that's what we don't do. We don't look at the etymology of words.
Exactly.
We
We
don't
don't
know
look
how
at
they
the etymology.
Because words
we don't
is like when you go to a spelling bee, right? And they always say spelling.
Exactly.
And
Like
curse,
niggas.
curse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Niggas.
saying?
Niggas
So you
is a
got
word that
spelling
we
and curse.
Right.
So when I was in school, I used to hear it, but I never put it until I got older.
Negus.
And they was like, yo, spelling and cursive. I'm like, why does it sound so witchcraft like spelling and cursive?
Exactly.
But
The English language itself is an English language of vibrations. Each word vibrates, and it vibrates as a blessing or a curse. You feel me? That's why certain words make you feel a certain way. You feel me?
I can see that.
Like it's bigger than just language. For real.
That's why they stripped
This shit
it
is
from
magic
they
in
stripped
itself.
our tongue from us because our vibrations were higher.
Think about
They
it.
didn't
To
want us
spell
to-
a word, spell
That's what he's saying. Like, curse.
That's what I'm
spell,
saying, yeah, spell.
curse. You feel me?
I mean, I could get it because in this language you could say I love you, but in Swahili you say Nini Nakupenda, which means you're the one I love. It's a whole different
joint.
because I love you could be like, okay, like yo, you love me, but you're the one I love is direct. Like it's saying like you. I love you.
That's crazy because it's like Michael Shea. He did a comedy where he was like, how they was saying all lives matter.
Exactly.
So he was like, that's almost like going to your girl and your girl say, babe, do you love me? And you be like, I love all God's people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
It's like, yo, you're not. I'm asking you, do you love me?
Right.
And then you saying, I love everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So when we say, yo, my life matters, like all lives matter.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, I'm talking about you specifically. Like, you know what I mean? That I and I, how the Rasta say that I and I. That was a big thing. I and I. Like
that's where the group came from. The group I and I. Like that's what they was. That's what they was trying to get people to understand. Like there's a connection.
Right.
That's why, like in African culture, that's why everything is like they say. You got the creator.
Right.
And you got the ancestors. Then you got the elders. You got the mamas. You got the babbas. You got the children. You got the young and born. They all interconnected. You're not here yet, so we gonna honor you because you're not here yet. Then they got the creator. They all
What's your
come
name
from
again,
the same
bro?
source. ANANI.
Spell it. Put Anani is king on there on the comments. So Gnosis means knowledge for real. So what is the biggest number?
I keep asking us these questions, man? What you mean?
Because it's a way to think, bro.
What you mean with the
Because
biggest
when I first
number?
was introduced with this knowledge, bro, I was in
biggest
jail.
number is
I was in
9.
jail. I was in jail, and the nigga gave me the 100 facts about Moors, and I could not understand how 7 days for God is our 360 days, and I mean 7 days is equivalent to a year. When you're dealing with the master of all.
Okay.
The grand
Okay.
architect.
Okay.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
I couldn't
Okay,
understand it.
okay.
So what's the
This
biggest?
why-
What's
this
the
why
biggest
when you
number?
do-
What's the
when you
biggest
divide
number?
7 into 360, right? Out of any number you divide into 360, you get a whole number. When you put 7 and divide it into 360, it's an infinite number that never stops.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar.
You feel what I'm saying? This is why- Yeah,
Right.
7,
Right. That's
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
getting at. That's
30,
crazy
30.
as shit. You just said that.
Yeah.
So real quick, what's the biggest number?
9.
So the biggest number is 0. 0 is the absolute, the infinite. Because anything
That's a
next
fact.
to 0 becomes that.
That's a fact.
That's who we are.
That's
We
fact.
are the 0. You feel me? The infinite, the absolute. So
We ain't number 1.
this. So
Number
if you
one,
look,
yeah.
if you drew a circle and you divided it into 4 slices and you put 3, 3, 3 in each slice, it represents 36. It represents 9. It represents 3, 6, and 9. So 3, 3, 3. I mean, what is it? What is it? 36 times 9 is 360.
36 times 9? I don't know. I don't think that's right.
Look it up.
Not 36 times 9.
I think 36 times 9 is
Because it'd be
360.
54 is off.
No,
Yeah.
not 36 times 9.
3 times 9, 27. So I could.
No, 333 added together is 9.
Right.
Which equals the 9 months, which is the full circle of birth.
Okay.
You feel me? So that's
You know, your
33 is basically a very important number for the mastery of things.
Well,
When
you know,
you deal with it.
everybody was a 5%er, which kind of got their knowledge from
Mhm.
that culture.
What culture?
Kemetic.
Kemetic. 5%ers is nothing but an offshoot. This is why a lot of people
Everything
didn't
ain't
respect
nothing
it. A
but a
lot of
drop
people's
off.
like, I fuck with 5%ers, but this like the hip hop version of what's really going on. They
No,
took
5%
that.
is the Nation of Islam.
No, it wasn't, bro. Nation of Islam didn't even respect how they took the lessons.
That's who brought the lessons. Clarence. Father Allah.
Clarence X.
He brought
But,
the lessons.
but the Nation of Islam, from what I understood, Nation of Islam and 5%ers weren't on the same eye and eye. I mean, it wasn't on the same level
because
of,
then you got information you weren't supposed to. He released the information to everybody. So when
Yeah.
they say like
So
mathematics and stuff like that, you had to
Supreme
be in
mathematics.
And that's
the
why I
nation
said
against-
that it sounded like Erykah Badu, because since Erykah Badu was a 5%er,
Right.
it's only right that it sound like this because they was all on that same. Like,
Bro, let's take a smoke break.
Like, he don't smoke. But
Hey, I was gonna say,
I know,
y'all
right?
gonna have me somewhere else now. Motherfucker be in the sky.
Right.
Just be like, yo, I understand everything now. You know what I'm saying? I understand everything.
I don't know. Nah, but look, I want to give y'all this information. So, how many planets are there?
He fucking with us. I say 9.
That's a lie.
It's like, no, I knew it, yo. Because if I say more than 9, you would have to be aware because most
Anything
of the
you were taught in school is wrong.
which agree, which I
Yeah.
agree 100%.
Right.
I agree 100%.
So look, it's 7 planets.
So where the other 2 come from?
The sun and the moon is not a planet, it's a sphere.
The moon is not a planet. I agree with
The
that.
sun and the moon is both not
Why you
planets.
said sun not
the
a
sun
planet?
is a star.
You're correct. You're correct. Vernon.
So,
Right, you're correct.
in the center of the circle, there are 12 personalities of the earth. So the circle 7, which is the book that was written by Noble Drew Ali, that represents the religion and passage of the Moors, is the circle 7. So the circle 7 represents the 12 personalities of the earth, born within the sphere of 365 days on any given time at any given place. So you got the 12 sons of Jacob, 12 sons of Israel, 12 parts of 30 degrees each. You feel me? 12 parts at 30 degrees each, which is the 360. So what are we missing? This the shit I'm talking about. So I said, with Mike, I'm the graphic designer. He's the brand. He's the corporate entity. You feel me? So I'm looking at him like he Walmart. I'm looking at him like he Google.
Got you.
Type
Got you.
shit.
Got you.
Feel
Got
me?
you. Yeah.
Because that's what you get when you become a Moor. You get an EIN number, which is corporate number. You feel me? Outside of your social.
I did not know you.
Yeah, I'm getting my nationality and I'm doing all my
It's
shit.
coming up. No,
It's next year. It's next year. The Corona shit.
They can get it.
You graduate in September.
Right, that's what it is.
So you gotta wait till next
You
year.
gotta go to Chicago.
Nah, right here, bro. Right here, bro. I go to Temple 13 right on Calvert Street.
Not only that.
Why they was like, in order to be official, you need to go to Chicago.
Temple 13 right on Calvert Street, bro.
Every time we did an event, every time we did
I go on Fridays, but the Corona slowed it up.
They did it. They did it at the
yeah.
Blacks and Wax Museum. You can go to the Blacks and Wax Museum. I done seen people come from New York all over for people's nationalization day. So
What?
You get your nationalization.
they had
And
it
you
all
get
white
your-
on. They be
You get your
decked out.
nationalization and you
I
get
want to
your
learn about it more.
You want to learn about what?
Both.
Man, you in Africa, man.
Nationalization
No,
and
Pull you over there, man.
Nah.
Because then you have a turban on.
and your
Man,
proclamation.
listen, man.
Proclamation.
No, don't
Proclamation,
listen to that, man.
nationalization.
Listen. You're African, man. Don't see nothing pull you over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you be having your fez on. You ain't gonna wear no fez around me. You got fez?
Bro, I don't
Hey, listen, man.
None of that.
I'm gonna get one.
That's it, bro.
You don't have-
You don't have to, but you go when
You
you
need a
cross over.
fez or at least
See
a
what I'm saying?
turban.
No, brother.
You need a
And they
fez
gonna
or a
cut your
turban.
locks.
You don't gotta cut your.
They gonna cut your locks,
This
yo.
nigga geek. Yo.
And they gonna tell you can have multiple wives. All that, man. You want that?
I believe that
So look. So this is what we're missing as a people.
Right.
We're missing the fact that we're not black. We're more, for one.
Black does not mean deaf. I ain't gonna argue with you, man.
Black means deaf.
Black does not. So we all
Scientifically.
So we saying black means deaf.
Scientifically.
You go with that necro stuff, man.
We're
Yeah, man.
melanated. We don't have a color. We have a
So, but you admit the universe.
substance.
But you admit the galaxy is dark.
which
you
is
admit that.
melanin gas.
But you admit it's dark.
Which is melanin gas.
I'm not. Do you admit that it's black?
I don't admit that it's black because I'm not there to see if it's black.
It's infinite.
I don't know
It's
what
infinite. It has no color.
light has reflection.
Why they call it a black hole?
Who calls it a black hole? Europeans, right?
No doubt, but they gotta understand that light. They say light can be sucked into the black hole.
Light comes from darkness.
No, so you keep saying
The
darkness.
highest level of substance is
What
darkness.
is wrong with being black,
which is
brother?
primordial essence.
Black.
Well, first
When
there
you
was
see-
black.
when
First
you
there
ever
was
see-
darkness.
You take
Bro.
every crayon.
Light
Hold
You
on.
take every crayon, mix it all together. It's gonna make what?
Black.
The absolute missing of it is
In the
white.
absence of
Right.
all
All that
colors.
is white.
In the absence of all colors.
So y'all
is
can
white.
say white, but y'all won't say black.
Listen.
Because white represents purity.
Listen. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
White represents purity.
Well,
But
Nah,
do
I'm
you
not
know
there.
why white represents purity?
No, because it doesn't
listen,
have color.
On the spectrum of colors, the last color before white is pink.
No, I didn't know that.
You feel me?
Okay.
This is consciousness, bro. We talking about auras. You feel me? We talking about
That's why
light
they had
beams.
garments of all white when they did certain things. It was garments of white.
Your
not
crown
garments of
chakra.
black.
Also,
Everything has a color.
but black.
The last color is pink before you
It-
transition to white in a gradation scale.
Okay, so but black. We all agree.
We've been
It's
taught to
the
say
color.
we're
Black. If black, it means death. Right?
Scientifically.
But beautifully.
So
though.
that's
We're
so
talking about
unfair.
supreme
That's so
mathematics.
unfair. If we gon'
You
whose
gotta
science-
say that.
Whose science we using?
We use the supreme science,
Because
supreme mathematics,
in Kemet,
chemetics.
all right, let's use Kemet. Kemet burnt the representation of the Medu was charred wood.
So a black dot represents who you are. You a black dot,
Okay, I'm not against that,
right?
but it doesn't mean I'm deaf. Charred wood.
You are deaf because once you become a black dot, you become outside of yourself.
I ain't know that. I
It's
didn't
not
know
a
that.
bad.
I ain't
It's
know what
not.
black
When
dot
we
meant.
hit death, we
You're
think
not a physical
you're
being.
negative.
You're a light being based off vibrations.
We agree with
This
that.
is a vessel. This is an illusion. This is your black dot being stretched.
But it's also this illusion is a container
Right.
that holds spirit.
That's physical.
But okay, so
that
so
doesn't
you're
go
not
with
that,
you
though.
when you go to.
oh, you are this.
So we
Because
come from a mental plane to an astral plane to a physical plane.
no doubt, and they all. But listen, in order for the creator to be expressed, this grotesque is an expression of the divine. It is encapsulated. I'm
It
encapsulated
is
in this
an expression
and an
of
expressing.
the divine's personality. True.
Exactly. So then this right here is not necessarily bad. It is
Nothing is bad.
because in order for
So when you heard death, you thought bad.
no. When you say black means death, That means done. Finite.
No, that's not true.
Finale.
Because
So what do you
look,
mean then?
And that's what it
when I
That-
listen,
no, because
remember,
that's what-
listen. Remember when I said it was 12 hours in a day?
I don't agree with that. But go ahead.
4 times 3 is what?
12, bro.
Right. So you got 3 cycles. You got the awakening, which is your rising.
Mm-hmm.
You got the resurrection, which is the vibrations moving higher.
You got cortex.
Then you have the death, which is the highest.
So then, what's wrong with being called black then? If death is the highest,
This is a concept of the mind. This is a concept of consciousness. We're not talking about physical.
I agree. But when you talk,
We're talking about a comedic, a death of I'm dying to self.
see what you say is I can understand it. It makes it seem as though in order for me not to be, and this is what I'm not in agreement with it. But this is what people of the Hinduism, the Hindu faith, when they separate themselves from these materialistic things, they say I give death to it, and I don't find pleasure in it. I don't find reward in it.
We detach from
And
it.
so I can rise to my higher self.
Exactly.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying
That's why the Buddhists are so high in self.
that's what they claim. You're right,
What
exactly.
they do, they live in it.
The monks.
They live in it. They live in it more than you probably ever could imagine.
Bruh, the one thing I know for sure.
You been over there?
See, now you're trying to be smart.
No, being honest, have you?
No, but I know for sure that the one thing I know.
You think you know?
No, I know.
Hey, let me read another page
It's
from the
not a
book.
thing because it's about capitalization,
Let
and
me read this
it's about capitalization and colonization. Anything that has been untouched, right? That, like you say, the monks and the temples and all that stuff has been enculturated on. Because when you get into these movies and these films, they start allowing people into sacred spaces that you're not supposed to get
Allow.
into. Exactly, but then it loses
Not
its
forced
purity.
entry.
Forced, you know,
Allow.
no, because what's next is forced entry. No, seriously.
This is where I beg the death for Wes though. And I just beg the death for Wes. When I look at the Buddhists, I don't think it's like they're not colonized like us, and they don't live how we're happy. I guarantee you go over there, there's no mask.
There's no what?
I guarantee you go over there right now, they're not making them wear masks.
I bet you.
Guarantee
I bet you. It's a bet. That's a friendly bet.
wear
That's a friendly
masks.
bet. Because
There's no order that says
even
if
the
y'all
Dalai
don't wear
Lama-
masks, we're going to fucking arrest
even
you.
the Dalai
But guess
Lama
what? You go inside the CVS with a mask and see.
over here. But I bet you the Dalai Lama himself, the person that represents the Dalai Lama, works with the government. Because when they beefing with China, when you got the Tibetan people, their culture is being aggressed
If I
upon.
was a powerful person, I would work with the government.
Because
on all terms.
because at the end of the day, it's just not an isolated thing.
No, it's not.
So that's
But-
what I'm trying to tell you.
So-
It's not like in isolation.
So then what's so all I'm saying is that when you go over there, it's a different. I'm not saying that they don't communicate or even have some dealings with the government. That's
Right,
true.
right.
But it's not under our dealings with the government is way different than their dealings with the government.
Because
Facts.
they move from a base of power. You agree? I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
If I move from because the Dalai Lama, at the end of
Smoke
the day, they
break
talk
in
all that
5,
stuff.
4, 3.
But they got an army.
Right, yes.
You touch the Dalai Lama if you want. And watch what happens to you.
That's what I
Somebody
tell
will put their
people.
hands
People
on
stop,
you.
man. We got
See,
this.
that's
I'm
the
like, yo, we
thing.
don't even have an army yet.
And
So
so
it's
it's a
really
difference. So the Tibetan people take their culture serious.
Exactly.
And they embrace and they protect and fortify their culture.
So their conversations are different.
Big difference.
Dealing with
Big difference.
where my food stamps at? You told me you was
Use a pen.
trash one day a week.
Yo, it's Africa, man. You know what I mean?
Crazy thing is this.
I think it's a white man's name, bro.
Africa is not a white man's name.
Okay.
Am I right? Now you fucking with somebody who studied.
Africanus is a comedic term.
No. Africanus
It's a
comes
comedic
from.
term
It's
from
the
Latin.
Romans.
From Latin.
The Romans gave.
It's a Latin
No,
word.
no, no.
Romans-
You talking about Africanus,
Man,
the ruler.
Okay.
What?
I'm talking about the term.
So you said Africanus, right? That's what it. That's a Latin
Africanus
term.
with 2 A's and an S.
No,
It's a
that
comedic term.
Africa comes from the people I free. I ain't look up. I know. No.
Give me
I'll
that.
tell you
Give
where
me
to
this
go.
knowledge.
I'll
Give
tell you
me
where to go to
this
get it.
knowledge.
I free. You go to John Henry Clark. You can go to Dr. Ben, and you can go to John G. Jackson. These 3 authors. Pick any book you want. The people I free is that was the initial name of the people, and Ka means land. So I free Ka. Ka is an indication of land. So these people are Africa of the land. Do your research.
Yeah.
So Africa is the name of the land, but it goes no, it does not.
Just like
No,
just
it
like
does not,
Egypt.
Mike.
Egypt didn't come from white man.
No. That's a gross interpretation of what they want to. Listen,
So
Egypt,
was it
Kemet,
Kemet?
Kemet, Ta Seti, Ta Mary. It went through many different iterations.
Alexander the Greek.
No, Egypt is the Greeks' interpretation of the land, like Ethiopia. That was their. You have to understand that when different cultural groups get somewhere, like your name Michael, right? But in France it would be Michel. In Spain it would be Miguel. That doesn't mean that Michael.
So Egypt means Kemet in Greek.
In Greek, exactly. When you go into the Rosetta Stone, they gave like Osiris and Asar.
Yes,
these are they can only use the name they know how to use.
Horus and Haru.
Horus and Haru, Isis and Aset.
Right.
But guess what? They still trying to say what? The same thing. In
You wanna know what's crazy? The word Hebrew, not even Hebrew, is Greek.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Because like even Y, there's certain letters that they didn't even have in their alphabet.
Like J.
J didn't exist in their alphabet.
Yeah.
And let me say smoke break.
You like, man,
And 5, 4.
Now I want to read this. All right, so I want to read this page in my book, but I really just want to read.
Yo, he is a motherfucking marketer. Yo, he fucking with the right
We
one.
gotta take the smoke break first.
Let me end it. Let me end it with this
I
though.
want to deal with my man.
Let me end it with the smoke break. Let me end it with it. Let me before we transition to a smoke break. I want to get this.
And your phone.
So this.
Let me go there.
I need to charge my shit too. I got my portable charger though. So this is
Fucking real. You need to pray for them Ravens.
Nigga, I pray for the Ravens for what?
That Kansas City game.
Nigga, I needed. That was. They fucked up whipping our ass so early in the season. For real, for real.
But they over there whomping on Washington. The Washington.
We whomping everybody.
Who? You ain't
Nigga, the Ravens not losing no more.
Oh!
Ravens not taking no more fucking L's. Is you crazy? The fuck? Loco Holmes? You loco, ese? Alright, so look, this is my yeah. I was getting hit. Damn, look at this nigga jacket. This nigga fucking jacket, son. Damn, nigga. This shit feel like freedom. God damn. Alright, so look. This is my mastermind prayer. Alright. I'm gonna spot this shit right at that fence. So, I, Leon King, surrender all. Not my will, but thy will be done. I, Leon King, surrender all. Not my will, but thy will be done. I, Leon King, surrender all. Not my will, but thy will be done. I, Leon King, believe God's will for me is absolute good. I, Leon King, believe God's will for me is absolute good. I, Leon King, believe that God's will for me is absolute good. I, Leon King, understand that I am master of myself. I control what I think, what I say, how I feel, and what I do. I, Leon King, understand that I am master of myself. I control what I think, what I say, how I feel, and what I do. I decide to place my life, my loved ones, and all my affairs in the hands of God, the mighty I am presence. I, Leon King, decide to place I place my loved ones and all my affairs in the hands of God, the mighty I am presence. I, Leon King, forgive. I am forgiven. I am forgiven. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am healed. I am loved. I am loving. I am loved. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am healed. I am loved. I am loving. I am loved. I, Leon King, asks. Now make known my specific request to God. I give thanks to the members of my community sustaining a consciousness of prosperity, peace, and love. I am letting every word from my mouth be blessings of increase of God's almighty good. I am knowing the truth that with God all things are possible. To reach my responsibilities of leadership, development, good stewardship over finances, careful management over money, and other resources, being an example of integrity in my family and in my community. I, Noble King Bey, release all ideas of lack and limitation. I stand on the truth that I am faithfulness is in Christ consciousness, in the infinite source of all supply. In the midst of any seeming challenge, I know God got me and always provides for me. I know that the mastermind has heard my requests and is getting them now. Gratefully accepting, Leon King, so grateful for all I receive and all that is to come. Leon King, so grateful for all that I receive and all that is to come. Leon King, I am grateful for all that I receive and all that is to come. Ashe, Amen, and Amen.